Good afternoon. This is the Mendocino County Board of Supervisors with a general plan update public hearing. 3 minutes after 4. We will...
4 minutes after 3.
I'm sorry. 4 minutes after 3. Shows you where my mind is today. And we will proceed until approximately 5 p.m. Take a dinner recess, reconvene at 6 p.m. And it's my intention to get us out here by 8. Does anybody on the board object to 8 p.m.? I think that's pretty reasonable. And as promised, now years ago, Supervisor Smith and myself taking this effort into the evening to allow for attendance of the working constituency. So we're here today to get an update on the general plan, take public comment. This is not for decision-making processes today, correct, Council? And to continue the now almost 2-decade process of the update of the general plan. So with this, I'll turn it over to the Executive Office.
Thank you very much. Allison Glassy, Assistant CEO. As noted, this is a public hearing, a notice public hearing regarding the general plan update and the draft EIR that's associated with it. And it is being held at this time, indeed, because of the commitment to have it in the afternoon and the evening. So that's why the unusual time frames. And my understanding is that the board will be reconvening at 6 o'clock and will stay as long as there are people in the audience addressing the board, but that at the point at which they're not, even if it is before 8 o'clock, then you may adjourn the meeting. So I just wanted to clarify that so nobody comes back at 7:55 and wonders where you are.
8 o'clock.
Right. Okay. So just to bring you up to date on this, on July 21st, the draft general plan update was presented to the board, and it was distributed publicly, and so it basically has been in circulation since July 21st, or a total of about 3 months now. The draft EIR was then presented to the board on September 22nd, and it was distributed publicly several days before that, so it has been in circulation over a month now. In the month of October, then, there were community meetings, and the Planning Commission held 2 meetings on the 2nd and the 16th of October where they reviewed that and heard public comments as well. The public comment period was set for the legally mandated 45-day period, and it ends, I believe, on November 3rd as it's currently constituted. We do want to acknowledge that we have received some requests for an extension of the public comment period. And that's something that I guess at any point along the way, or maybe at the end of this session, we can take direction from the board. It does not take an action of the board. It would simply be a direction of the majority of the board, and we could look at some extension, albeit for a relatively short period of time, to allow us to maintain our schedules. But that's why I'm going over how long the draft general plan itself has been out in circulation and the numerous opportunities for comment. And as you know, public comments may also be made in writing, and the planning team has been receiving those comments, and I presume probably the Board of Supervisors directly as well. So all of those will be collated, and the consultants then will be reviewing them in November and December, with the idea that we'll be able to provide you with the final general plan update and the EIR for public review sometime by the end of January of 2009. So that's the time frames that we are on. And the order of items today, obviously with people possibly coming at different times, there is not going to be strictly, you can only speak to a certain item at a certain time, but in general, what we talked about was trying to focus comments initially on the general plan land use map designation alternatives, which are the requested general plan land use amendments that were looked at specifically, and public comments will be taken on that initially, and then, to the extent possible, moving into the draft general plan update and then the draft EIR. But again, we understand that people may come in at different times and speak to different issues at those different times. What today offers is a chance for people to make their public comments in front of the board.